So, hi friends, in the last class we have seen the basics of star patterns, right? So we'll go for a little complicated now. Because yesterday we couldn't do the complete alphabets, right? There are some alphabets remaining. Okay. So now we will see how to cut, right? How to cut one line. For example, like this. If if I have uh, this is my 5 cross 5, right? This is my 5 cross 5. Okay. So yesterday we have printed something like this. That is, if I change the color, you have printed maybe F. You have printed F like this, right? Yes. Or let's say instead of this F, okay, you have printed some other maybe. Let me tell C. Okay, let me tell C. You have printed C here like this yesterday. Now what I want to do is I want to cut this half here, which means this is the thing which you have done yesterday, right? Yes. So what I want to do today is something like this. If this is our 5 cross 5 square, okay, if this is our 5 cross 5 square, I want to draw a line, okay, from here till here like this. So this is what I want to draw. So not that complete C, half of that C. So you can notice, where I am drawing. So red color, see, don't think that red color is the thing which you have to draw. Red color is the border. The black line, whatever you are seeing, that is what you have to get the output. Okay, so now let's see how to do it. Okay, fine. So here, okay, so I have to print this line, right? So is this row or column? This is a column. Column means which variable? Yes, yesterday we have seen, row means I variable, column, okay, means j variable. Okay, so I have to draw the column now. Column is j variable. So I have to write in the if condition, that is if j is equal to, right? If j is equal to which column? First column or last column? First column. So if j is equal to 0, okay. Then after telling that, I have to use OR operator, right? I have to use OR operator. Now you want to draw this line, right? You want to draw that is a row. So it is which row here, right? It is which row? It is the first row. I is equal to 0. But if you tell I is equal to 0, don't you think everywhere here I value is 0 here everywhere? Yes, everywhere throughout here, I value is 0. So if you're telling I equal to 0, complete line it will print. Okay, because you are telling I equal to 0, you should not tell only I equal to 0. You have to tell, hey, wait, one more condition is there, you have to tell. Okay, because if you tell I equal to 0 in that line, okay, completely everywhere I is 0. That is why I have to tell one more condition. Hey, wait, that's why whenever you have to write limit, don't you think I have to limit now? If you tell I equal to 0, it will print completely. But tell me, do you want to print completely or do you want to limit that? Don't you think you have to limit that? Whenever you want to use a limit, you have to use and operator. You have to understand this. Everywhere this will be helpful for us. Okay. So whenever you want to draw completely, don't draw and operator. Whenever you want to limit a line, you have to use and operator. And now you are telling one condition is that wait. Now there is a trick here. Okay, the trick is if you use if you use and before the and if you use a variable I, then here j only will come. Okay, what's the trick here? If you use and operator and left side of the and operator, if it is a I variable, then you have to use j variable. If it is a j variable, you have to use I variable. You have to vice versa. You have to reverse it. I hope you have understood with this. As soon as you write j variable, now don't think j is column. J is column. That is why, what I will do is I will not write these basics, but you should be writing these basics. That is like this. Okay. You have to write the index values of J. If I write the J value, see, as soon as you write J, you write all the J values here. J value 0, J value is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and so on. Okay. So something like this you have to write. Okay. Now, or let's say the thing which you have learned yesterday is 1 to 5, right? So 1 0, right? 0 1 2 3 and 4. This is when n value is 5. So now what, as soon as you write your j, what you have to tell is you want to print this line. Okay, you have to print this line for what values of j. Okay, for what values of j. Now do you think all these j values, definitely they are j values, right? Because it is a column. All these j values, don't you think they are less than or equal to 2? all these j values are less than or equals to 2. So all these j values are less than or equals to 2, you have to tell. And what is 2? 2 is nothing but 5 by 2. 5 by 2 is 2. What is 5? N. So n 2 you have to tell. As soon as you tell this, don't you think in this line is completely drawn? Yes. Okay, this line is completely drawn. Then which operator? Or operator. Now again, let's see, I want to draw this line. Okay, I want to draw this line. So if you want to draw this line, how to limit it, we'll see later. Now this line, is it a row or a column? That is a row. Row means which variable? I is equal to, is it first row or the last row? It is last row. So I equal to n minus 1. Should you stop here? No, because if you tell I is equal to n minus 1, all these, all these line completely, it will print like this. But do you want to print completely? No, you have to limit that line. So whenever you want to limit that line, which operator will come? And operator will come. Then after, if and comes here, there is one trick. If there is a I variable here, the opposite variable should come, that is j. Write the j value. As soon as you write the j value, whatever variable you have written here, that variable you have to write it here. 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now you think and tell me, for what values of j value you want to print that line? Yes, all these j values are less than or equals to n by 2. This is our condition. Okay, we have understood the condition. So if you write a program for this, int n equals to 5. I hope you remember in what way we have to write the program. I have told you, right? First, always you get star 5 cross 5 star. You have to get the output. After you get that output, okay, then only you have to modify. So, so if I have to print n cross n star, it is int I start from 0. I is less than n, I plus plus. Okay, the same thing we will be doing for j. Here for loop int j should be starting from 0. Then j is less than n, j plus plus. Okay, then after that, here you write system dot out dot. Okay, is it println? No, it is print. Inside the j loop, it is always print star, and outside the j loop, it is system dot out dot println. That's it. Yes, first you have to get n cross n star output you have to get. So once you got that output, okay, let's see. I'll compile and I will execute. Once you get this output, yes, you got complete n cross n star. Then what to do? Now you have to think, okay, do I want stars everywhere? No. Means if some condition is true, print star, else print space. Okay. So I'll tell you, don't print stars everywhere. Okay. I'll cut it. If some condition is true, then only print star. Okay. Else print space. Else print space. Now you have to go and write the condition. The condition is if j is equal to 0. I'll compile and execute and show it to you. If you tell j is equal to 0, you will get this output, only one line. Next, you will tell or operator I is equal to 0. You will tell I equal to 0. But when you told I equal to 0, okay, what happened is, see, the complete line is printed, 5 stars is printed. Now, don't you think you have to cut that 5 stars? Remember this logic, because this is applicable in number pattern everywhere. Whenever you have to cut something, and operator you have to use. Because and operator means one more must condition, means you're cutting something. Okay, and wait, I have to tell you, wait, one more condition is there. The condition is all these j values should be less than or equals to n by 2. Now you see, when I write this code, what will happen is j value completely will print j value equal to 0, but the first line, only half it will print, as you can see, right? Now, or operator, I'll tell I is equal to n minus 1, the last row. Okay, if I only tell I is equal to n minus 1, it will print like this. It will print completely. Do you want it to print completely? No. You want to limit that? Simple. Whenever you have to limit, which operator you use? And operator. So I'll use and operator. What I have to write here? I have to write j is less than or equals to n by 2. Let's see. See, we have got that output. Okay. So take this screenshot. Okay. Take this screenshot. I'll be showing you the output also here. Yes, we can take the screenshot now. Just a minute. Yeah. Yes, we can take the screenshot. So I hope you are taking the screenshot. Now let's see, one more star pattern, right? So where is it? Yes. Let's draw the variable maybe p. Okay, let's draw the variable p. Okay, audio is not there. So till now audio was not there, right? So you're telling till now audio was not there, or it was just a few minutes back? How it is? From the starting of the class till now audio was not there. Okay, now it's there. Okay, just what about like from the beginning till now, few minutes back, it's okay. So did you understand the C problem? Did you understand the C problem? When I was explaining C, were you understanding that? Okay, okay, fine. So yeah, from P, okay, okay, I'll explain. So let's draw this P, right? So which is very easy, that line you want to draw. Okay, so this line is very easy. So is this row or column? It is a column. Column means which variable? Column means the variable J. So J is equal to 0. Okay, because it's the first column, not the last column, is the first column. Now in this line, do you have to put any limit? No, right? This line is printed completely. There is no limit for this line. When there is no limit for that line, you have to use OR operator, means completed. Okay, it is completed. Next, okay, next let's see. Okay, so we have to put this line. We have to draw this line. Now, is this row or a column? This is a row. Row means which variable? Row means the variable I. I equal to. Am I drawing the first row or am I drawing the last row? You're drawing the first row, so I is equal to 0. But if I tell I equal to 0, it here, it will print completely here like this. Do you want it to print completely? No, you don't want it to print completely. Okay. So which operator? And operator. Because if you don't tell and, it will print complete line. If you tell and operator, it will limit that line. After writing and, according to the rules, if there is I variable, what variable should come here? Only J should come. Only J should come. Okay. Okay. Now see left side of the and here there is a 0, here there is a I, right? Yes. So if there is a I variable, what should come? J should come. Okay. After writing J, what you have to do? You have to write all the values of J. You write all the values of J. So like this, J value is 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So for what values of J you are printing this line? Okay, you are printing the you're printing the line for the J values 0, 1, and 2, and all the 0, 1, and 2, they are less than 2. 0, 1, and 2 are less than 2. That's why I can tell J is less than or equals to n by 2. Equals to I have to tell because it has to go to 2 also. So that's why I have to tell equals to or operator. Okay. Next, at least try to understand here because now it is a different example. I want to draw this line. Okay, I want to draw this line. Yes, watch here carefully. I want to draw this line. Whatever you are seeing now, is it a row or a column? Whatever you are seeing a straight line like this, is it a row or a column? It is a column. Column is which variable? Column is the variable J. Okay, now are you drawing the first column? Are you drawing the last column? No, you're drawing the middle column, right? You're drawing the middle column. So if you're drawing the middle column, you have to tell a j is equal to n by 2. But if you only tell j is equal to n by 2, it will draw this line completely like this. Do you want it to draw completely? No. Okay. That is why which operator? And operator you have to limit. As soon as you use and operator, you have to see left side. Okay. What variable are you using? You are using j variable, which means the opposite variable should come. That is I. I variable should come. As soon as you write I, you have to go back to the diagram and write all the I values. Now, what are the I values? Right? These are our I values 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are our I values. You have written I values. Now you have to see you are printing this line. You are printing this line for what values of I? You are printing this line for what values of I? Yes, all these I values. Don't you think they are less than or equals to n by 2? You have to tell all these I values are less than or equals to n by 2. Yes. Is this condition completed? Yes, condition is completed. Then I'll tell or operator, go for the next pattern. Write the code for the next line. Okay, if I'm writing the code for the next line, it is this line. Okay, is this row or column? This is a row. Row means which variable? I. I is equal to, are you drawing the first row? No. Are you drawing the last row? No. You are drawing the middle row. Middle row means I is equal to n by 2. You got the middle row. Now, if you tell I equal to n by 2, that middle row it will print completely like this. But do you want it to print completely? No. That's why which operator? And operator. You know that if you use and in the left side, what is there? I is there. Left side, what is there? I is there. Which means right side opposite variable should come, that is j. Okay. So if you write j, okay, what you have to do? You have to go back to the diagram and write all the j values. Yes, these are the j values. And for what values of j you are printing this line? You are printing this line for the j values, less than or equals to n by 2. Please comment whether you have understood this or not. Okay, and in the meanwhile, you can take the screenshot. Okay. Let's take some more examples so that we'll clearly understand. As of now, I'll write a program for this, right? Okay. Only condition you want to change. So you have to tell j is equal to 0 and I is equals to 0. Okay. So j, okay, sorry, or, right? So not and here. So it is or here. Okay. J equals 0, I'll get the first line. I equals 0, I'll get this horizontal line. Okay. But this horizontal line, I don't want completely. So first what I'll do is I'll change the n value, right? N value to maybe 9, so that when the square is bigger, we can see it more clearly. Okay. Okay, so I think n value I'll make it as 7. Let's see. Okay, I got that line. Next, we'll see. I want to limit that line. So I, okay, and an operator j is less than or equals to n by 2. N by 2. We got that. Next, what means I'll tell, okay, or operator. I want the middle line. I'll not draw this line. I'll draw the middle line. I is equals to n by 2. I'll tell row. I means row. I want the middle row line. I'm telling. If I tell only that much, it will give you complete middle row. Complete middle row. It will give like this. You don't want complete, so I'll tell and operator. And here j is less than or equals to n by 2. Simple. See, we got that line. Then you want to print that line. That is. You will tell or operator. You will tell j is equal to n by 2. J means column. Column means middle column. You are telling. I don't want the first column. I don't want the last column. I want the middle column. So you'll get the complete middle column like this. You'll tell, hey, I don't want complete. So and operator. Okay, it should be the first half of the row. First half of the row, right? Not second half of the row. First half of the row. First half of the row is I is less than or equals to n by 2. Okay, this is the first half of the row. Let's see. I'll compile and execute. Let's see. See, you got first half of the row like this. So I hope you have understood this. Now let's go for the next pattern. Before that, yeah, you can take the screenshot if you want. Okay, take the screenshot. Okay. So I hope you have taken the screenshot here. Next, let's see. Clear this. If this is our square, okay, if this is our square, maybe this is not alphabet now, but let's draw some nice lines here so that you'll understand what line you have to draw. So I want to draw like this line here, okay, then I want to draw this line, okay, where it is. Is there underbutton here? Okay. Okay. I'll do it again. So this is the square. Okay. In this square, we have to draw, let's say, a line here and a line here. Okay. And a line here, and let's say line here. Okay, so these lines I want to draw. This has no meaning, I know, but we can practice how to draw these lines. Okay, fine. So I think one more line we can draw here. Maybe, yeah, we can draw it here. In that case, this line, let me make it here. Yes, it will be proper. Okay. So one by one line we will draw now. Okay. So let's say I want to draw, okay, this line. Okay. Before that, what we'll do is we'll write I and j values. Okay. All the columns and rows we'll draw. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Here also 0, 1, and 4. Okay. Then okay, let's try to draw. I want to draw this line. Okay, if I want to draw this line, is this okay? Think now. Is this a row or a column? That is a column. Column is which variable? Column means it is j variable. So for this, what I can write is j is equal to yes. See, what I'm telling is you have to follow the same procedure which I'm following. Directly, did I write j is equal to 0? No, because you have to think. First, you have to understand, whether it is a row or a column. So it is a column. Okay. Now, after you understood it is a column, then you have to ask a question. After 5 seconds, you have to ask a question. Okay, it's a column. Then which column I have to draw? Should I draw the first column or the last column? Like this, step by step you have to go. Okay. So yes, I have to draw the first column. Okay, first column means value is 0. So I'll write j is equal to 0. Yes. Why I'm telling all this? Because see, if you notice, every time I'm telling the same thing, right? Because I want that to be imprinted on your brain. Because whenever you see a pattern, these thoughts should come to your mind. What thoughts? What thought means like this? Okay. So the thoughts are like this. Okay. Okay. I want to draw this line. Is this line? It is a row or a column. So all these things, that should run to your mind. Okay. Okay. This is a column. Column is which variable? Column is j variable. J variable means first you have to write j variable. Then after 2 to 3 seconds, you have to think, okay, j variable means column. Is it first column or the last column which I'm drawing? It is the first column. So j equal to 0. Like this you have to think. Okay, so I'm not drawing complete j equal to 0. I have to limit that j equal to 0. Okay, so I will use and operator. Okay, if I use and operator, the previous variable is j. So opposite variable should come, that is I. If I write I value here, I have to go to the diagram and see for what values of I am printing that line. And you are noticing that for this values of I, you are printing that line. And all these I values you are noticing, they are first half of the I values. So I is less than or equals to n by 2. Is that line completed? Yes. For that line, whatever condition you have to give, you have given. So use or operator for the next condition. Okay. So next, let's see here. Okay, you want to draw this line. Is this row or a column? It is a row. Row means which variable? Okay. So yeah, row means which variable? Row means variable I. I is equal to. Okay, am I drawing the first row or am I drawing the last row? You are drawing the first row, so I is equal to 0. But am I drawing the complete first row like this? Am I drawing the complete first row like this? No, right? You are not drawing complete first row, which means you are doing a limit here. Limit means which operator? And operator. If you use and operator, what you have to do? You have to look here. Okay, you have used I variable, which means I have to use the second variable, that is j. As soon as you write your j variable, you have to come back to the diagram and you have to see, for what values of j you are printing that line. Okay, for what values of j you are printing that line. Okay, so actually the green color marker is gone. So let me put this green color. Okay, yeah. For what values of j? Don't you think all these j values are greater than or equals to n by 2? They are greater than the half part. Tell me, they are greater or less than the half part? They are greater than the half part. So we have to write here, all these j values are greater than or equals to n by 2. They are on the right side, that's why they are greater. So for that line, all the conditions are complete. So use or operator. Now let's try to draw this line, right? Let's try to draw this line. Okay. So for that line, is it a row or a column? It is a column. It is a column. Column is which variable? Column is j variable. Okay. So j is equal to. Am I drawing the first column? No. Am I drawing the last column? No. You are drawing a middle column. Middle column is j is equal to n by 2. Here, are you drawing completely middle column? No, you are not drawing completely. Right? You are not drawing completely here. You're not running completely, which means limit is there and operator. If and operator comes, if j is there, what variable should come? Only I variable. I variable should come. As soon as you write your I variable, come to the diagram and you see for what values of I, okay, you are printing this line, right? For what values of I you are printing this line? For the I values, okay, for these I values you are printing that line. And all those I values, don't you think they are greater than or equals to n by 2? So you're right here, all these I values are greater than or equals to n by 2. Or operator, because that line condition is complete. And now I will think for this. Okay, is this row or column? It is a column. Column is which variable? Column means j variable. J is equal to, are you drawing the first column? No. Okay, no. Are you drawing the last middle column? No. You are drawing the last column. A last column means j is equal to n minus 1. But are you printing that last column completely? No, you are not printing the last column completely. So limit is there and. If and is there and if j is here, which variable? Only I should come. As soon as you write your I variable, you have to come to the you have come to the diagram and you see you are printing this line for what values of I. You are printing that line for the I values, you know, 2, 3, 4. That is greater than or equals to n by 2. Or operator, and the last line is remaining here. So I have to print for this line. So is this row or column? It is a row. Row means which variable? Row means, okay, I'll write the equation here. Row means I variable. I equal to, are you drawing the first row? No. Middle row? No. You are drawing the last row. I equal to n minus 1. Are you drawing the last row completely? No, you are not drawing the last row completely, which means, okay, and an operator should come. If I is here, which value should come? J. So you're printing this line for what values of j? You're printing that line for the j values which are greater than or equal to n by 2. Okay, please take the screenshot. I will not write this in the code because if I type and execute, definitely I'll get the same answer. You can test it on your own. Okay, if you don't trust me. Now you can take the screenshot and comment, whether you have understood this topic or not. Okay. Now, some of you are thinking, right? How to draw em, how to draw y, how to draw z, okay, how to draw k, all these things. Now we will see. So what you have learned till now and what you have not learned, there are some things here. So you have learned how to draw, right? You have learned how to draw these 4 lines. You have learned how to draw this line. You have learned how to draw this line. But what you have not learned is how to draw this diagonal, how to draw this diagonal, okay? Then Yes. And how to draw this line, this line, this line, this line. So these lines you have to understand how to draw these lines. Now, as of now, these lines, whatever we are seeing, these lines, these are not important. So what is important right now is only two lines equation, this line and this line. This is very important for us right now. Okay, only these two lines are enough. Okay, so if I want to get this line, so what is the what is the logic here, right? How to get that line? How to get that line? Okay, let's see. Uh, I'll go to the paint here. So yeah, I will tell here it's a pen. Okay. I want to draw, stars here like this, right? I want to draw stars here like this. So if you want to draw stars here like this, what you have to tell to the compiler? Because you know that, if you wanted to tell stars, a print stars in this line, you could have told wherever I value is 0, print a star. You could have told like that. But, okay, but it is not in that line, right? It is in this line. So how you have to tell? What you have to do is you write your I and j values, okay? You write your I and j values. So I values are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. J values are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these are our I and j values. Now one thing I'll ask you, if I'm going from 0 to 10, what is the value of n here? How many rows and how many columns are there? Is it 10 rows, 10 columns, or 11 rows, 11 columns? It is 11 rows, 11 columns, because I know that variable is starting from 0 to 10. 0 to 10 means 11 numbers are there. So it is a odd number, yes. So if you want to print in this line, what you have to tell to the compiler, right? Because if you wanted to print in this line, okay, if you want to print in this line, you should have told wherever I value is 0, print a star. You should have told like that. But now what you have to do is you have to make a table. Okay, you have to make a table like this. Watch here. I'll be making a table now. So table is for I and j value, right? Right. So when your I value is 0, what is your j value? J value is also 0. For this star, what is your I value? I value is 1. J value is also 1. For this star, if you want to print this star, I value is 2. J value is also 2. To print this star, your I value is 3. Your J value is also 3. To print this star, your I value is 4. Your J value is also 4. And if you notice, don't think always what's the relation between I and J here? Here I is equal to J. Don't you think both I and J are same? Yes, so this is the equation I'm telling, which means I'm telling to the compiler, wherever you're seeing I and J value are same, print a star there. Now you tell me, apart from this line, is there any other line where I and J value are same? Is there any other point where I and J value are same? Let me consider this point. If see in this point, what's the I value? I value is 2. What's the J value? J value is 8. Is I and J same? No. So only in that line you will get I equal to j. So I'll go back and I'll tell here in this condition, okay, all of these things I'll erase and I'll tell if I is equal to j. Okay, if I is equal to j, then only you print the star I'm telling. So watch here. If I compile and execute, only in I is equal to j I'm printing a star. So I hope you have got that line equation, right? Okay. So next, let's see the next one. That is, how do I draw one more star pattern like this? So we'll go here and we'll go into diagram. We'll draw the pattern first. So this is that, X mark. This is that I have to draw. Okay. This is the line which I have to draw. Now I have to again make a table. Okay, I and J table. So for this star, what's the value of I? 0. Value of I is 0. What's the value of j? Value of j is 10. Value of j is 10. Okay. And before I continue this, can you guys tell me what is the value of n here? N value is 11, right? N value is 11 because 0 to 10, n value is 11. Okay. I have printed one star. To print this star, okay, to print this star, what's the value of I? Value of I is 1. What's the value of j? Value of j is 9. Value of j is 9. To print this star, okay, to print this star, what's the value of I? Value of I is 2. What's the value of j? Value of j is 8. To print this star, what's the value of I? Value of I is 3. And value of j is 7. Okay, and if I keep on continuing like that, and if I pick any one of the star, okay, if I pick any one of the star, for this star, what's the I value? 8. What is the j value? J value is 2. If I pick any star right here, what's the I value? 6. And what's the j value? 4. Now tell me, what is the relation between I and j here? Is I is equal to j? No. Then what is that relation? Can you guys tell me? What is the relation between I and j? What do you think is the relation between I and j here? Yeah, if you do addition, we are always getting the same answer, right? Watch here. If I do 0 plus 10, what is 0 plus 10? 10, right? 1 plus 9, 10. 2 plus 8, 10. 3 plus 7, 10. 8 plus 2, 10. Okay, then 6 plus 4, 10, right? Yes, all of these are 10, which means you're telling that if you do I plus j, you're always getting which value? 10. Which means I plus j, 10 is not a constant number, right? I will write 10 as 11 minus 1. I'll write 10 as 11 minus 1. And what is 11? This 11 is nothing but your n value, right? This 11 is nothing but your n value. So that's why the equation will be I plus j equal to n minus 1. Don't tell 10 because 10 is a fixed, right? But your code should change according to the input. As your n value changes, you have to change your line also. That is why you're right, n minus 1. So we got a new equation, that is I plus j equal to n minus 1. I hope you have understood this topic here. Okay, so if I come back here and if I tell, okay, OR operator, why OR? Because I want a new line, right? I want a new line. I plus j equals to n minus 1. Let's see here. I'll compile and then I execute. Okay, I'll get that X mark. So please copy, take a screenshot of this. I think just a minute, I'll minimize. You're not getting output. Execute. Okay. Take the screenshot. So I hope you have taken the screenshot. Okay. Now we have drawn the letter. Now let's draw the letter Z, right? Let's draw the letter Z. It is very simple now. So okay. If you have to draw the letter Z like this, right? So first you have to see, okay, is this row or a column? It is a row. Row means which variable? I equal to 0 or operator. Is this row or a column? It's a row. Row means which variable? I is equal to. Are you in the first row or the last row? Last row means n minus 1. You have to draw this line. Is this row or a column? No, this has a separate line equation. Okay, what's the line equation? It is I plus j equals to n minus 1. That's why OR operator I plus j is equal to n minus 1, and this will be our code. Okay, you can take the screenshot. I'll not execute this because you also know that I'll get the output. You can take the screenshot if you want. Now there are other line equation which are told, the diamond shape line equation, which we'll see little later. Okay, which we'll see little later. Okay. Now what I want to teach you is directly the area pattern, right? Because you are maybe more eager to look into that. Okay, let's see. After I teach the area pattern, again I'll go back and teach the other line equations. Now this is an interesting part, Okay. So I will erase this. I will erase all of this. Watch here carefully. Watch here carefully. Let's imagine, okay, I want to draw this star pattern. Okay, I want to draw this star pattern. Most of you already know, right? Most of you already know what you have to do here. Now let me tell you one thing. People who are watching this for the first time, okay, you'll be shocked here to see how easy star pattern is. Okay, and if you look anywhere in the internet, definitely you will not find this logic. Okay, if you have found that logic, it means that someone has seen this video and tried to copy it. That's the only reason. Because I have already searched, whatever I have invented or discovered. Is it already there or not? It is not there. So now you are thinking, okay, if Dheeraj is telling this much, if he is giving build up this much, so definitely some good thing will be there in this. So watch here, definitely from here, from today, your star pattern will be like this. Okay, everyone can do star pattern. Watch it. Whenever you see a star pattern, right? Whenever you see one area pattern, what you have to do is like this. Okay, you have to take a different color in your mind. You have to draw the imaginary boundary. What you have to do? Draw the imaginary boundary. Yes, this is the square. Then what you have to do is you have to draw the imaginary line. Okay, you have drawn the boundary, and what is that imaginary line? This is that imaginary line. This is that imaginary line. Can you tell me what is the line equation here for this? What's the line equation of the red line? Line equation of the red line is I is equal to j. Agree or not? Can I write I is equal to j as j is equal to I? Can I write like this? If you are weak in maths, let's see. I equal to j. Can I write j equal to I? Let's see. Yes, we can write because mathematically both are same. And that is the reason I'll be writing, I'll be not writing I is equal to j. I'll be writing j is equal to I. Why, sir? Why have you written like that? Because for this trick, what you have to do is always, the j variable, only j variable should be on the left hand side. Okay. For this trick to work, the j variable should be on the left hand side. So j, I'll write here, j should be, okay, j should be on LHS. It should be on the left hand side. So what's the line equation? J is equal to I. Sir, everything is fine. Next what? Next what means you have to think, okay, from this line, are you printing right side, or is the stars, is the stars right side? No, stars is not right side. Then don't you think stars is on the left side? Don't you think from that line, star is on the left side? Now, can you see the symbol left side? Can you see the symbol left side? Can you see the symbol? Maybe I'll put it in a different color, so that you'll understand. Whatever symbol you are seeing, same symbol you copy from here and you paste it here. Notice. Same symbol you copy from there, you paste it here. Copy paste, if you can't do, then how can be a programmer, right? So this is simple copy and paste. You just have to see from the line, should I draw the left side or should I draw the right side? You have to draw left side. Left side means copy that symbol, paste it. J is less than or equals to I will give this area. Let's see. J is less than or equals to I. I'll just write like this. J is less than or equals to I. Okay. If I compile and if I execute, I'll get the output like this. I hope you have understood this topic. If I show you, see the output, right? We have got that pattern. Agree? Yes, you can take the screenshot of this. You can take the screenshot of this page. In the meanwhile, you can tell whether you have understood or not. Definitely, I'll repeat for the next example. Don't worry. Okay, I'll repeat for the next example. Don't worry. Now take the screenshot. Take the screenshot. Okay. After taking the screenshot, now you take the screenshot of the code also. Okay, take the screenshot of the code, and along with that, take the screenshot of the output also. Yeah, take the screenshot. Okay. So I hope you have taken the screenshot. Okay. Now, yes, let's draw a different pattern, right? Erase all. I want to draw this pattern now. Okay, I want to draw this pattern. This star pattern I want to draw like this. So whenever you see star pattern, you have to first get the line equation. Okay. So if I try to put the line equation here in the red color, don't you think this is the line equation? What's the line equation here? Line equation is I is equal to j. But you should not write in the terms of I is equal to j. Always j should be on the left hand side. That is how this trick will work. J should be on the left hand side. So j is equal to I. This is what you have to write. So what's the line equation? J is equal to I. Now the question is, from this line, are you printing left side? No. But don't think you are printing right side. Yeah, from that line, can you see this line? From that line, you have to tell left or right. You are printing right side. Okay, if you are printing right side, what you have to do is, Can you see this symbol? Okay, can you see this symbol here? Copy this symbol. Okay, copy this, and you have to paste it here like this. You have to paste it here, the same symbol. Okay, so you have to tell j is greater than or equals to I. So Shirshendu, did you understand what I'm telling here? So you have to tell j is greater than or equals to I. Okay, so that we'll get that output. Let's see. Now, if I compile and execute, see we have got that output. If I go to the diagram and if I show you the output, both are same. Agree? Yes. Okay. So if you have understood, please comment you have understood. And in the meanwhile, you can take the screenshot. Take the screenshot. So okay. So I hope you have taken the screenshot. Next. Okay. You can take the screenshot of the code also. Take the screenshot. So I hope you have taken this screenshot. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Maybe you have taken the screenshot. Let's see. Next, which pattern? Let's see. I want you to yeah. Let me draw the simple one now. Color. I'll be changing it to black. Maybe I want to draw one star pattern like this. Yes, I have to draw a star pattern like this. See, whenever you get a star pattern, what you have to draw is you have to draw that imaginary line, right? So this is that line. This is that line. Now, is this line, what's the line equation of this? The line equation is I plus j equal to n minus 1. This is the line equation. But if you have to apply our logic, what we have to do? We have to write j on the left side and bring everything else on the right side. Okay? It is very simple. It's all maths. If you want to keep j on the left side, when plus I goes, that side becomes minus I, right? I hope you know this simple trick in the maths, that I can write the new equation as j is equal to n minus 1 is here, plus I goes this side becomes minus I. These both are same, agree or not? So this is not what I have to write, this is what I have to write. Okay, so j is equal to n minus 1 minus I is the line equation which I have to tell. Now if I tell like that, will it work? Let's see. See, if I tell I plus j equals to n minus 1, okay, if I tell I plus j equal to n minus 1, I'll get that line like this, right? I'll get this line. If I tell minus I, plus I from this side, it goes, that side becomes minus I. Simple maths here. If I compile and execute, let's see, I'll get the same line equation. Yes, because mathematically both are same. And now once we have written j on the left side, now you have to think, if from this line, okay, from this line, my stars are, is it on the left side of the line or right side of the line? Not right side, right? It is not right side, but it is on the left side. Okay, it is on the left side. So left side means what we will do is we'll copy this symbol. Okay, we'll copy this symbol and we will paste it. We'll paste it here like this on the line equation. I hope it is clear. So what you have to tell is j is less than or equals to n minus 1 minus I. Okay, j is less than or equals to n minus 1 minus I. So I'll copy, I'll compile, and I'll paste. Execute. See, we got the output. We got the output. So take this screenshot. Take this screenshot. I hope you are taking the screenshot now. You can take the screenshot of this, right? You can take the screenshot of the code. So I hope you have taken the screenshot of the code. So what I want you to try is, I want you to try for, okay, this star pattern. Yes, please tell me the logic for this star pattern. What will be the logic for this star pattern? fine with the logic. Let's see your answer. Yes, okay. Watch here. First, what you have to do is you have to draw that imaginary line, right? You have to draw the imaginary line. So, what is the line equation here? Line equation is I plus j equals to n minus 1. But we know that we have to talk in terms of j. So, we can write it as j is equal to n minus 1 minus I. From this line, should I print left side? No. Don't think I have to print right side. If you're printing right side, copy this symbol, and that symbol you have to paste it here like this. Just copy and paste. So the equation is j is greater than or equals to n minus 1 minus I. Okay, j is greater than or equals to n minus 1 minus I. Let's see. See, I hope you are noticing how you are getting the output. So, see, if you're finding all these tricks as useful, okay, definitely I'm telling the same thing every day. So whenever I upload this video on the YouTube, do comment there, okay, do share it with your college friends, school friends, kindergarten friends. Okay. So if they want, definitely future is IT, right? Because everything is going online now. Okay, future is IT, and how this programming will help. This programming will help you to build the logical skills. Okay, in the company, why they see in the company will they ask you, a USA company is asking you to draw star pattern, please draw star pattern, will they tell like that? No. But still, why companies are hiring based on these logical skills is because they know if he learns Java and comes, it is not used. Why? Because if he knows only Java, okay, if he knows only Java, the future will keep on changing. The technologies, new technology will come, right? Does he have the logical skills to adapt to new technology, right? How can they check that? By checking these skills. When they check these skills, they know that yes, you can think, you have the ability to think. You know some basics, you have the ability to think. If you have the ability to think, you can learn anything. You can learn anything. That is what they want from you. And the way I'll be teaching is when I'm teaching you string collections, all these high level topics, I'll be just teaching in the same way, with the same example, with the same understanding. Okay. For everything, examples will be there. So definitely you'll be understanding. Okay. And that's how you'll be getting placed. Okay. There's a company called as Mount Blue. So I am giving for 40 students, I am giving a training session for them. They have a interview in, today they had interview. So yesterday I had given one session for them. So when the time comes for you, okay, when I complete the collections for you also, I'll be taking 1 day of session for which frequent questions are asked on Mount Blue. Okay, so that you will 90% of chances are that you'll get placed there. Okay, fine. So let's see the next. Now what we'll do is, yes, we have understood that less than greater than. Now we have to see, okay, the other lines of the star pattern. Let's see. Let's explore the other lines of the star pattern. So yes, I'll do this. Erase. Okay. So now let's see. Okay, these two lines are over, right? So these two lines are over. I'll be deleting them. Okay. Yes, I'll delete them. So I think it's not possible to delete here. Okay. So now what I have to do is, yes, I'll be showing it to you like this. Okay, watch here. I will taking a thicker color here. Okay. I want to draw this line. Okay. What I want to draw is, I want to draw this line. If I have to draw that line, then what I have to do is I have to use I and j values here. Okay. I and j values. What are the I and j values? Okay, that is what you have to see. Watch here, we have to draw this line equation, because when we know more line equations, we can draw it more neatly and however we want. Okay, fine. So what to do for that red line, I and j values, we will see. For to print this star, what's the value of I? 0, right? What's the value of j? 5. To print this star, if I want to, in that line, to print this star, what's the value of I? 1. Value of I is 1. What's the value of j? 4. Value of j is 4. To print this star, what's the value of I? 2. What's the value of j? 3. Okay. To print this star, okay, I have skipped one line, no problem. To print this star, the value of I is 4. The value of j is 1. I think you are noticing, right? The relation between I and j is very simple. What's the relation here? That is I plus j. If you do, you are always getting 5. I plus j, if you do, you are always getting 5. Agree or not? If you add I and j, you are always getting 5. Now 5 can be written as like this. I plus j equals to 5 is written as 11 by 2. Agree or not? 11 by 2 is not 5.5 because 0.5 is lost in programming. Okay. So I plus j equals to 11 by 2. Here is 11 by 2. I plus j is 11 by 2. Okay. And what is 11? That is n. So you can write the equation as I plus j equals to n by 2. This will be our equation. This will be our equation. Please take this screenshot. Take this screenshot. You have taken the screenshot? Okay. Why only 11 by 2? Because the n value is 11, right? So you can write 20 by 4 also. Agree or not? 11 by 2 is 5. 11 by 2 is, okay, 5. But 20 by 4 is also 5. Right? But 20, what is 20 in this program? There is no 20 at all in this program, right? But there is 11 in this program. That 11 is nothing but the n value, number of rows and columns. Is it clear, Ashwini? Okay. Why 11 is because 11 is given to us. That's the reason. Okay. Okay. So if I go back and if I write a program for that, I will tell here, that is I plus j equals to n by 2. Okay, if I write like that, I'll get that, line. Watch here. See, I have got that line. Okay, I got that line. Next, what we have to do? Let's see. Next, I'll undo this. Okay. Next, I have to draw one line here. Okay, using a different color. Maybe I'll use this blue color. I want to draw a line like this. Okay, I have to draw a line like this. If I have to draw a line like this, I have to again see, what are the values of I and j. Okay, so the I value, is it will be the same thing here. Let's see, one by one. Okay, watch here. For this star, what's the value? 0. Value of I is 0. What's the value of j? 5. For this star, what's the value of I? 1. Okay, what's the value of j? 6. For this star, what's the value of I? Value of I is 2. What's the value of j? 7. Yes, I can stop here only. Can you notice something here? What you are noticing? You are noticing that if you do 7 minus 2, answer is 5. 6 minus 1, answer is 5. 5 minus 0, answer is 5. That is why, if you write j minus I, answer will be 5. J minus I is equals to n by 2 is our line equation. Okay, is it clear? It's all maths here. J minus I equal to n by 2. This is the line equation. So I'll go back and here I'll tell or operator a j minus I, is equal to n by 2. Then only you print that line. Let's see. I compiled and executed. See, I got that line. Next, we'll see the next line equation, right? Yes. Please take this screenshot. Take this screenshot. Okay. Okay. Fine. So next, let's draw the next line equation. Let's draw this line equation here. Okay, one by one we'll solve like this. Let's draw this line equation. Okay. So if I want stars in this line, I have to write I and j values. So let's write this I and j values. I values and j values for the which color? Pink color here. Okay. So if I want to print this star, okay, what's the value of I? Value of I is 5. What's the value of j? Value of j is 0. If I want to print this star, what's the value of I? 6. Value of j is 1. If I want to print this star, what is the value of I? 7. And value of j is 2. Yes, we can stop here. And if you notice, 7 minus 2 is 5, 6 minus 1 is 5, 5 minus 0 is 5. That is why I minus j is equal to 5. And that is why I minus j equal to 5 is nothing but n by 2. We got a new line equation. Let's take a screenshot of this. Take a screenshot of this. Okay. So here we will say OR operator. Okay, that is what is the equation? It is I minus j equal to n by 2. I minus j equals to n by 2. Okay. Yes. Compile and execute it. I got that line also. Right. Next, let's see the next one. The last one we'll see. This is a little difficult. Okay, little difficult. You'll get a lot of questions. Okay, why like that only? Why like this only? You have to understand a little bit. Let's see. Let's try here. Okay. So I want to draw this line now. I want to draw this line, purple color line. Before that, let me delete this. So in that purple color line, okay, I have to draw this I and j values. For this star, what's the I value? I value is 5, right? I value is 5. What's the j value? J value is 10. Okay. For this star, what is the I value? I value is 6. What is the j value? J value is 9. For this star, what is the I value? I value is 7. What is the j value? J value is 8. For this star, what's the I value? I value is 8. What's the j value? J value is 7. I can stop till here. What's the relation between I and j here? Okay. As soon as you saw this, you thought, maybe j minus I is 5, but 9 minus 6 is 3, 8 minus 7 is 1. So it is not j minus I. Is it I minus j? No, not that also. Then what? Then what is, if you add, don't think, what is 5 plus 10? 15. 6 plus 9? 15. 7 plus 8? 15. 8 plus 7? 15. So the equation will be like this, I plus j is equals to, don't think it is equals to 15. I plus j is always 15. Yes. How can we write 15? Because what is our n value? Our n value is 11. Our n value is 11. So what we can do is, maybe we can write like this. I plus j equal to 15 can be written as 10 plus 5. Agree? Can I write 15 as 10 plus 5? Yes, right, we can. And now you see, one by one I'll make the changes. I plus j equals to 10 plus. Can I do 5 as n by 2? Yes, you can write 5 as n by 2. I plus j, okay, is equals to, here plus n by 2 is there. Can I write 10 as, don't think 10 is nothing but n minus 1. Yes, n minus 1 plus n by 2. I hope this is clear. And finally, if I rearrange them, it is I plus j is equals to n plus n by 2 minus 1. Just rearrangement, here and there. That's it. N plus n by 2 minus 1. Is this last point clear for everyone? Okay. If you actually, I don't have to explain also. If you look at this diagram, right, you will clearly understand how I have, divided 15 into 10 and 5. 5 is n by 2, 10 is n minus 1. Okay. It's a simple concept here. Yes. So definitely, so don't you think here your math skills should be somewhat good here? Yes, math skill should be good, because see, there is a rumor, right? In programming, there is a rumor. What is that rumor? If you have to be good in programming, you have to be good in maths. That's a rumor. Okay, and that rumor is 100% true. Okay, you have to be good in maths, or else programming is difficult for you. So if you know maths, programming will be much easier for you. Okay, right. So this equation I'll be writing now. So it is I plus j equal to n plus n by 2 minus 1. So I plus j equals to, okay, I plus j, or operator, I plus j equal to n plus n by 2 minus 1. Let's compare and see whether will I get the output. See, as you can notice, we have got the output. Take this screenshot. After taking this screenshot, okay, you can take this screenshot as well. Take this screenshot. So, okay, the line equations are done here. But what the thing is, you have to by heart this line equation. Whatever line equations I have written, you have to by heart them. Okay. So yeah, I'll be drawing this. Watch here. So this is our line, right? This is our line. Okay. So there are lines like this, there are lines here and here. You don't have to by heart this line equation because it is easy. But you have to by heart, this line equation, right? And these four line equations you have to by heart. Now, first two line equations, it is very simple, right? So this line equation is very simple. That is a j is, I is equal to j or j is equal to I. This line equation, okay, I plus j equals to n minus 1. If you are thinking, sir, should I remember j equal to n minus 1 minus I or this equation? I'll tell you, remember this equation only. Don't worry about j equal to n minus 1 minus I. You have to remember I plus j equal to n minus 1. So these two line equations you already know. J is equal to I and I plus j equal to n minus 1. Now the other four line equations you have to by heart. Okay. So this line equation, what is this line equation? This line equation is, okay, it is I plus j equals to n by 2. That's the line equation. I plus j equal to n by 2. This line equation is I, see watch here how easily I am teaching you. See, if that is I plus j, this is I minus j equals to n by 2. Okay, I plus j equals to n by 2, below is I minus j equals to n by 2. Okay, now from this line, don't you think this line is completely opposite here? See, this is the line and completely opposite. There is one more line here, right? Completely opposite. There is a line, and that line equation is opposite of this line equation. Here it is I minus j, there it is j minus I. Okay, it is j minus I, opposite, right? J minus I equal to n by 2. Till here you have to by heart. The other line equation is also there, that you already know, because to get that equation you have thought a lot, right? You have thought, okay, this line equation is 15, that is 10 and 5, n minus 1 plus n by 2. So since you have thought a lot on that, you'll remember that line equation, right? Yes. So that line equation is very simple. Because why it is simple? Because you have thought a lot to get this equation. When you think a lot, your memory will be stronger there. So the equation is I plus j equals to n minus 1 plus n by 2. Agree? Or we can write it as n plus n by 2 minus 1. Okay. Anyhow, it's your wish. It's your wish. So these are the line equations which you have to by heart to solve any kind of star pattern. Now, sir, how to by heart, sir? How to by heart means if you have done engineering, then you already have a practice of by hearting, so no need to worry. So watch here. I plus j, okay, let's by heart together. I plus j equals to n by 2. Okay. So first line equation is I plus j equal to n by 2. If that is I plus j, the below line is I minus j equals to n by 2. If the below line is I minus j equal to n by 2, the opposite side is j minus I equals to n by 2. I minus j becomes j minus I equals to n by 2. And the below line is I plus j equal to n plus n by 2 minus 1. This is the equation you have to by heart. Take the screenshot of this. Take a screenshot. Take a xerox of it. Post it in your wall, in your home. Every day you have to look at this. That's it. Okay. Okay. Every day you have to look at this. You have to by heart every day. Yes. What about letter A? Yes, we'll look into that. Okay, we'll see that. Did you by heart the line equation? Okay. Yes, you have by hearted. Okay. Now, okay. Okay, fine. So what one more thing you have to understand is, okay, the one more thing you have to understand is this is the line equation which you have to remember. Okay. After remembering this line equation, you have to derive one more line equation, right? What you have to derive? Keeping j on the left side, everything else on the right side. That you have to do. Okay. That you have to do. Keeping j on the left side and everything else on the right side. So why that you have to do? Because if you have to do area, then that is the only way. Okay. If you have to do the area, then that is the only way. Okay. So we will do that now. So we will see. I'll change the color here. So plus I goes this side, becomes what? Minus I. Okay. And we'll come here. Minus I from this side, minus I from this side goes here, becomes plus I. Okay. And we'll see here. Plus I from here goes this side, becomes minus I. I equal to j becomes j is equal to I. I plus j equal to n minus 1 becomes j equal to n minus 1 minus I. And how do we solve this? Okay, how, to solve this, it is very simple. Okay, so what I'll do is I, okay, minus j, I'll bring it that side. So I equal to n by 2 is there as it is. Minus j becomes plus j. Okay, plus n by 2 from this side, I'll bring it that side. So it is I minus n by 2 is equal to j, which means I can rewrite it as, you know, j is equals to I minus n by 2. Okay, this is what I can rewrite it as. J is equal to I minus n by 2. Okay. Now you might be thinking, sir, should we by heart this line equation or the previous line equation? See, by heart the previous line equation. From the previous line equation, you can derive this line equation easily. Okay, you have to remember this line equation. Okay, fine. Now, okay, I will. I'll end this show. I'll tell you keep. Okay. So we have by hearted those line equations. Now, let me tell you one thing. Okay, let me tell you one thing. When you are drawing that star patterns, imagine that this was your right. This was your n cross n square, but you are printing stars only in this line. Okay, you are printing stars only in this line. So when you are printing stars only in this line, what you had done? Don't you think you had taken the line equation of this actually? You had taken the line equation of this. Yes. So what you have to actually do is whenever you see an area, now don't you think this is an area? This is one area. Whenever you see one area, you have to get that area is bounded by how many lines? Now don't you think this area is bounded by 3 lines? Okay, this is the first line, the second line, and the third line. That is what you have to understand. Okay, whenever you see the area, you have to understand that area is, you know, compounded by how many lines? 3 lines, clearly 3, because it's a triangle. You know, triangle means 3 sides are there. Now you have to see out of these 3 sides, how many sides? How many sides? You know, they are along the square of the. They are along the sides of a square. You can notice, you know, that this line, right? If I take a different color, this line and these 2 lines, they are in the border of a square. If they are border of a square, you can ignore those 2 line equations. If they are border of a square, you have to ignore those line equations. So which is the line equation you should not ignore? And this is the line equation which you should not ignore. That's why you told, you know, j is less than or equals to I. That's what you have told previously. I know with this example, there is some confusion, right? That is why I'll give one more example now. Watch here. Okay. What I am telling is like this. Imagine that our square is like this, okay? Our square, where is this? Okay, draw. Our square is, this is our square. Just a minute. This is our square. And out of this square, what I want now is I want this area like this, right? I want this area like, you know, maybe let me not tell that. Okay, I want this area like this. Okay. Don't you think this is the house pattern now, right? This is house pattern. So I want this area. If you want this area, okay. So don't you think now you're seeing an area? Yes. You as a programmer, what you have to think now? You have to think, hey, whenever I see the area, I have to get one information that this area is compounded by how many lines? Okay. Let's see. This area is compounded by, okay, 1 line, second line, third line, fourth line, and fifth line. It is compounded by how many lines? 5 lines. But out of these 5 lines, which lines are on the boundary of a square? Right? Which lines are on the boundary of a square? That boundary, let me show it in this blue color. Okay. So see. Now these lines, what are you seeing? Don't you think they are in the boundary of a square? If they're in the boundary of a square, you can ignore that line equation. You ignore that line equation. So which 2 line equations you should not ignore? Okay, you should not ignore. You should not ignore this line equation and this line equation. You should not ignore. Okay. Now, what is this line equation? Right? What is this line equation? What we'll do is to get this line equation. To get this line equation, I will go back to this diagram and see what is this line equation. The line equation is j is equal to n by 2 minus I. J is equal to n by 2 minus I is the line equation. So I will tell here, okay, that line equation is J is equal to n by 2 minus I. But the question is, from that line, should I print left side or no? That is not left side, right? Then which side I have to print? I have to print right side. Don't you think from that line, I have to print right side here? Agree or not? From that line, I have to print right side. Okay. If I have to print right side, copy this symbol, paste it here. So J is greater than or equals to n by 2 minus I. Watch here, I'll be showing the code to you. So first, we'll be telling J is equal to n by 2 minus I. Okay. J is equal to n by 2 minus I. If I tell equal to, I'll get a line equation, and this is the line equation like this. See, I got a line. Now what I have to tell? I have to tell if from that line, print right side of tell, not left side, print right side. Right side means J is greater than or equals to, right? J is greater than or equals to n by 2 minus I. Notice here, okay, notice here, you are getting this shape. You are getting this shape. Yes, you are thinking, sir, this is not a house pattern. Agree, I agree. But now don't you think from this diagram I have to cut something? From this diagram I have to limit something. Agree or not? I have to remove a piece of a pattern here. Whenever you want to cut something, whenever you want to limit something, which operator comes into picture? And operator comes into picture. So what we'll do is I'll write a and operator here. And operator. Okay. So here what I have to be writing is I have to write and operator. Because if I tell greater than, everything is greater than, so it will print everything. Since I written and I'm telling a wait, some more condition is there. Now, what is this line equation? I have to know. Okay, what is this line equation? What is this line equation? We will go to the diagram because our memory is weak. We will go to the diagram and we will see the line equation is J is equal to n by 2 plus I. Okay, J is equal to n by 2 plus I. So I'll write J is equal to n by 2 plus I. From that line, okay, am I printing left side or am I printing right side? Okay, so which side I'm printing? From that line, I'm printing left side, right? From that line, I want to shade this area. Yeah, right? From that line, I want to shade this area. So left side, copy this symbol, paste it here. You'll get the output. So if I tell, J is less than or equals to n by 2 plus I, and J is less than or equals to n by 2 plus I, now watch the output which I'm going to get. I'll get a house pattern like this. Okay, I'll get a house pattern like this. I hope you have understood. So what you have to understand, what I'm trying to tell you is like this. Watch here. Whenever you see an area, you have to see that area is bounded by, it is compounded by how many lines? 5 lines. Out of those 5 lines, how many of them are on the boundary? 3 of them are on the boundary. So ignore the 3 line equations. The 2 of them are not in the boundary. Remember one thing, whatever line equations are not on the boundary, you have to use and operator. You have to use and operator between all the line equations which are not on the boundary. Okay, which are not on the boundary, you have to use and operator for all the line equations which are not on the boundary. Here, what you have to do? You have to get those line equations which are not on the boundary, and for those line equations, you have to use and operator. Okay, that's it. Take this screenshot. Take this screenshot. So I hope you have taken the screenshot. Now, take the screenshot of the code also. Right? Yes, take the screenshot. So I hope you have taken this screenshot also. Okay. Now, let me draw a different So I'll tell you what happened previously. Okay, I'll tell you what happened previously. Now, and operator means intersection. Okay, which means I hope you remember in your 10th class. Okay, maybe there was concept called as Venn diagram. And in the Venn diagram, okay, imagine that there are two circles here. Right? There are two circles. Now, when you want the intersection, right? When you want the intersection between them, that is called as A intersection B. That is called A intersection B. And this is pronounced as A and B. I don't know if you remember this or not. It was pronounced as A and B. Intersection was called as A and B. Now there was something else also. Okay, there was something else, that is union. There was something called as union, where it was represented like this, A or B, and it was pronounced as A or B or A union B. Okay, so what is happening? Or means it is combination, and means it is intersection. Okay, intersection means where the common areas are meeting. Okay, now after this example, I would like to give a more example like this. Okay, watch here. So what we had done previously is we have drawn this square, right? And we have drawn the square. Then we have told something. What we have told is if there is a line equation, okay, from that line draw right side, I have told. Okay, from that line draw right side, I have told. So when I told draw right side, this is the area which it will shade. Okay, this is the area which it will shade. Now I have told one more thing. I have told one more thing, that if there is one more line equation, right? Now from left side of the line you shade. I have told like this, left side of the line you shade. So it will shade the left side of the line like this. Okay, left side of the line it has shaded. Okay, fine. Now you tell me, okay, if I do like this, okay, if I do like this, okay, maybe what I'll do is I'll tell in this color, okay, that from this, right side you shade. Okay, yeah, this is what we had told, right? From this line, right side you shade. Okay, so it is shading on the right side only. Yes. Huh. When you see something like this, okay, when you see something like this, which is that area which is common for both? Now, can you see red color? Can you see orange color in this area? No. Can you see blue color in this area? No. Right? So this is not common. This is not common. Then what is common? This area, whatever you are seeing, that is common. That is why for these two line equations, when I use and operator, I got the common area. If you want, see, instead of and, imagine that you told or operator. Or means union. Now, union means even the color, if the color has gone at least once, it will print that. Watch here, if I tell union, can you see colors everywhere throughout the square? I'll get a normal square pattern. Watch here, instead of and, I'll tell or here. I'll get a normal square pattern. Okay, like this. Watch here, normal and Gaussian. Why? Because according to the diagram, okay, color has gone everywhere. Or operator means wherever the color has gone, you print it. That's why I want not the or here. I want the intersection, right? The common area. So I have to tell and an operator. Okay. So here somewhat you have understood. So when I give more example, you'll understand more. Yes. Let's see here. Let's go for the next diagram. Okay. So if okay, if this is our square, right? If this is our square, okay. So I want this diamond shape. I want diamond shape. So what I'll be telling is like this. Okay. From this line, print the right side. I will tell. Okay. From this line, print the right side. Print right side. Okay. So everywhere it will print. Definitely, all these areas it will print, because from that line I'm telling print right side. So all these areas, if I shade it like this, all this area it will print definitely. Then I'll tell, hey, wait, one more line equation is there, right? One more line equation, that is like this. I'll tell this is a line equation. From this line, paint left side. Okay, so it will paint left side now. If I stop here, I'll get the horse pattern, but I'll not stop here because I want the diamond. So yes, okay. Then after this, okay, I'll tell there is one more line equation, and from this line, print right side. I will tell from this line print right side. So it will be printing in this right side. Okay, fine. So next, okay. So I think the thing is, if I draw it in this color, it might be not visible. So let me tell you like this, right? I think you have already understood. So if I have a square like this, okay, then I'll tell from this line draw right side. If I tell draw right side, this is the area which it will shade. Then I'll tell there is one more line equation, okay, and from that line equation draw left side. So this is the, if I tell left side, this is the area which it will shade. Next I will tell there is one more line equation. from this line, draw right side. So I'll draw right side here like this. I know it's messy because there are 4 colors, So 4 colors are difficult to imagine. And one more thing I'll tell, from this line, draw left side. Draw left side, I will tell, like this. So this is what you have told. Now if you notice carefully, the diamond is the only shape where intersection is happening. Because, can you see green here? No, you can't see green here. Can you see red here, this area? Red is not there. Here green is not there. Yes. And can you see the color blue here? Can you see blue here? No. Blue is not there. Okay. Can you see black here? No. Black is here, not there. So if you use and operator, you will get the intersection. And if you notice in the middle part, all the colors are there. Okay. That is why what you have to do is see. When someone asks you, hey, draw this pattern, okay, draw this diamond pattern. What you have to do, when you see a question like draw a diamond pattern, you have to think this diamond area, this area is bounded by how many lines? This area is bounded by 4 lines, agree or not? Yes. Now out of these 4 lines, are any one of them, are they a boundary of a square? No, they are not boundary of a square, which means you have to include all the 4 line equations. Once you include all the 4 line equations, between them which operator? Between them and operator. Okay, between them and operator you have to use. Yes, I hope you have understood this. Now, yeah, let me go to the code. Let me go to the code, and I'll show here. This is our line equation, right? This is our line equation. Yes. So the first line equation is j is equal to n by 2 minus I. I'll go here and I'll tell j is equal to n by 2 minus I. J equal to n by 2 minus I. If I compile and execute, I'll get one line. Okay, I'll get one line. J equal to. From that line, tell me, do I want to print right side or left side? Okay, yes. So I want to print right side. If I want to print right side, I have to tell j is greater than or equals to n by 2 minus I. I have to tell j is greater than or equals to n by 2 minus I. Like this. But if I tell this much, tell me, don't you think I have to still cut my pattern? Whenever you have to cut your pattern, the logic is and operator you have to use. Okay, so yeah, I think it's better to draw here. Just watch here that I'll be writing these line equations. So yeah, there are 4 lines, right? Yes. So what are the line equations of these 4 lines? What is this line equation? It is j is I plus j equal to n by 2. If this is I plus j, this line what you remember is I minus j equal to n by 2. If this is I minus j, this is j minus I equal to n by 2. And this is I plus j equals to n plus n by 2 minus 1. This is what you have to remember. From what you have to remember, you have to change it, right? Plus I goes that side. So, okay, plus I goes that side. So what it becomes is, okay, it becomes 1 by 1, I'll tell. J equal to n by 2 minus I. It becomes j equals to n by 2 minus I. Okay, so I'll write it here. J is equal to n by 2 minus I. And next thing, j minus I equals to n by 2. So it becomes j equals to n by 2 plus I. Minus I goes that side, becomes plus I. J equals to n by 2 plus I. Okay, so here I'll tell, j equals to n by 2. J equals to n by 2 plus I. Okay, now next, here we will come to this. I plus j equal to n plus n by 2 minus 1. So what will happen is j equal to n plus n by 2 minus 1 minus I. Right, I'll get to an extra minus I there. From the left side, it will go to the right side. Okay, and this equation actually every time, I can't remember them, so I have to derive it again and again. So it is I equals to n by 2 minus j goes that side, becomes plus j. Okay, then what I'll do is plus n by 2, I'll bring it this side, so it becomes minus n by 2. I minus n by 2 is equals to j. So finally, I can write the equation as, I can rewrite them as j is equals to I minus n by 2. Okay, so j is equals to I minus n by 2. I can write j is equals to I minus n by 2. Okay, so I'll write here j is equals to I minus n by 2. Now watch here. You are told from this line you want to print right side. Since you are told right side, you have told greater than symbol. There is one equation here. What's the equation? J is equal to n by 2 plus I. Tell me, from j is equal to n by 2 plus I, do you want to print right side or left side? Don't you think it is left side? Left side means copy the symbol, so it is less than or equals to n by 2 plus I. Okay, so I'll tell here it is and. Okay, j is less than or equals to n by 2 plus I. N by 2 plus I. I'll compile and when I execute, I have got this house. I'll tell still some cutting is there, right? Still I have to remove the pattern. Still I have to modify the pattern and operator. Okay, so I'll use and operator. So third line equation I have to introduce. So from this line, right? You have to think now. From this line, should I print left side or right side? I have to print right side. So copy this symbol, go to the line equation and paste it. So j is greater than or equals to I minus n by 2. Okay, j is greater than or equals to and okay, I'll write in a new line. J is greater than or equals to I minus n by 2. If I compile and execute, let's see whether you'll get output or not. Yes, we got that cutted part. Yes, we have got the cutted part. Next, I want to cut one more thing, right? So what's the last line equation? So this is that last line equation. Okay, this is the last line equation. From this line equation, should I print left side or right side? I have to print left side. I have to print left side here. So copy this symbol left side and paste it here. So j is less than or equals to n plus n by 2 minus 1 minus I. Okay, j is less than or equals to n plus n by 2 minus 1 minus I. And j is less than or equals to n plus n by 2 minus 1 minus I. Let's see. If I compile and execute, I will get the diamond pattern. I hope that everyone has understood this. Okay, please take this screenshot. Take the screenshot. So I hope you have understood whatever I have taught today. Okay, so that's it for today. And tomorrow I'll see you with more examples and more understanding because star pattern is not yet completed. Okay, 50% of it is completed. Just 50 more to give you more clarity. We'll do it tomorrow. So if you like this video, definitely do share and subscribe. So thank you for attending this session. Have a great day.